Who here loves coffee? Lord knows I do. Today I wanted to have a little bit of a coffee time sip with you and break it down. I wanted to help you understand why coffee hits you so hard, what it does internally, and help you make a more informed decision of whether or not you should be using it as heavily as you are each and every day. So take your sip and listen up. So realistically, coffee is unique, right? We all know it's a stimulant. It's what we're told, right? But what actually happens internally? How does that work inside the body? Well, your brain builds up this chemical called adenosine. Okay. And this adenosine is basically like a sleep resource for you, right? More adenosine means more tired. Pretty simple. Caffeine blocks that adenosine receptor. So it travels into the receptor and it kind of covers it like this, right? Like covering a tiki torch. And it's like, hey, you feel no tired. It's not allowing that adenosine to hit the receptor. So your body's like, great, I feel awesome. And you get that wired feeling, and that's going to be like adrenaline, right? So your body thinks you're not tired anymore. It's getting hit with adrenaline. Now it's getting that dopamine hit, feeling really good. That's where the buzz, the motivation, the pop, pop, pop comes into play. But there's a kicker. Caffeine wears off, and all of that adenosine that's been flowing into that blocked receptor has been kind of sitting there in the bloodstream and sitting there and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Well, then all of a sudden the caffeine wears off. Bang! You get hit not only with like a little bit, you get hit with a lot of it. Afternoon crash, right? And the sneaky part that coffee doesn't tell you, and trust me, coffee's a cruel mistress, is that it has this thing called a half-life, right? And it's about 5 to 6 hours, meaning like a 2 o'clock coffee is still at full strength in your body till like 8, maybe 7, depending on your size. And then there's a scale of it kind of degrading after that, right? It doesn't just drop off or just leave you. It's still in you for almost for 5 to 6 hours, so 10 to 12 hours, right? So it's about double that. What's really unique is even though it's like I had a 2 o'clock coffee to beat my afternoon crash. Awesome, great. By 8, 9, 10 o'clock, you're thinking I got to go to bed. But the sneaky part is it's still in there. It's still screwing with your heart rate. It's still screwing with your neurochemicals, right? And realistically, it's not allowing you to optimize your sleep performance, right? And so we all say, okay, don't drink coffee late in the day. Okay, but my mom and dad drink it at like 10 o'clock at night. They just don't understand internally what's going on with their hormones, right? What's going on with their anatomy of the brain and how they're responding, right? It's just a rudimentary thought. Italians did it. You have an espresso with dinner, great. It's actually one of the worst things you could do for sleep, for performance, for hormone recovery. We could go down the list, right? What do I say? What do I coach? How do I help you feel your best? And there's kind of like a couple different coaching points. The first is I want you to get some direct sunlight right in the morning. 7, 7:30, 8. I don't want you getting up before 10. 7, 7:30, 8. When sun starts to come up, I want you getting straight in. I don't want sunglasses. I want a little brisk walk or just go sit on your porch. I also want you to drink 16 ounces of water. They say anywhere between 90 minutes to 2 hours, you should be waiting for your first cup of coffee. So get up, get the sunlight, get water in you, get your day going, get some good protein. We can kind of double stack coaching. What you're going to get is this delayed reaction to that adenosine blockage, right? You're going to allow just a smidge to come in. You're going to allow that sunlight to help regulate your hormones and kind of set your rhythm for the day. And what you end up doing is kind of averting that like late afternoon crash, right? By pushing back coffee 90 minutes to 2 hours, it's allowing you to not realistically have the 2 or 3 o'clock bottom out because you're allowing just enough adenosine in before it blocks that your body never gets the, oh my God, I'm wired. Oh my God, smack, right? With all that built up, right? So that's your first two coaching. So sunlight, wait 90 minutes to 2 hours for your first cup of coffee. And then my last piece of coaching, that third kind of magic cap, no caffeine past 12. If we assume a 5 to 6 hour half-life, which would put us at 10 to 12 hours, we're going to be thinking about that 9, 10, 10, 11 o'clock kind of like shutdown time for caffeine to be fully out of your system, right? For you to burn it up. So it's kind of prepping you to have the most optimum sleep you could potentially have with the resources that you're giving it, right? And we don't want to hinder ourselves at some point. If you're truly trying to optimize your performance, your body, you think longevity, which if we're trying to be biohackers and think longevity, we should be trying to live as long as we can, but that requires lots of sleep. So in turn, we got to optimize our sleep. And here we are, we got to think about our coffee. Hopefully that helped. I could tell you I drink an uncanny amount of coffee in the course of the day, but I'm what you call a high functioner. Means I burn it off really effectively. Still, I stopped drinking it at 12, and you should too. So here's to you. Here's to your morning. Have a great one.